set for this big matchup. Ronnie Villa from Las Cruces, New Mexico, taking on El Paso's Brian Davenport. Davenport with a record of 7 wins, no losses, and 1 draw. He's unbeaten. Puts his undefeated record on the line against Las Cruces' Ronnie Villa. Ronnie looking for his first professional victory, comes in with a record of 0-3 and 1 draw. So here we go, round 1 underway. You're watching the 8-Count Boxing Hour on Community Cable Channel 27 here in Albuquerque. Ronnie Villa in the white trunks. Very popular in the amateurs, turned professional, off to a bit of a surprisingly slow start. Big things expected from this guy. And you're going to see that his record is very deceptive. He's an outstanding boxer. And, well, a tough test again against an undefeated Brian Davenport in Davenport's hometown here in El Paso. Professional boxing coming to you from the El Paso Civic Center. And it's a lively crowd here who has really been enjoying a good evening of professional boxing. And right now they're rooting for their favorite, the unbeaten Brian Davenport. Ronnie Villa is aggressive. He's got good power in both hands. A real nice boxing style. I'm surprised that he's 0-3 and 1. I'm sure he's hoping to turn things around here. Brian Davenport, we don't know much about him. They tell me that he's a good stand-up boxer. Very popular here in El Paso. The fans certainly are behind him. As you see him there pecking away on Ronnie Villa. Things getting a little rough on the inside now as Davenport has his back to us, right above us here. Referee Dick Cole keeping a close eye on things. Ronnie Villa is not letting off the pressure. He is putting the pressure on Davenport. So if Davenport is going to keep his record, his unbeaten record intact, he's going to have to earn it. Ronnie Villa is here to fight. Villa from just an hour up the interstate here, bringing a pretty good contingent of fans to follow him. He's pretty popular from down there in Las Cruces, New Mexico. So he's brought quite a few fans, and they are really making some noise for Ronnie Villa in the white trunks. Again, you're watching the 8-Count Boxing Hour on Public Access Television, Channel 27, here in Albuquerque, and our sister stations around the country. Traverse City, Michigan, being one of those cities, and we hope you folks are enjoying the fights up there in Michigan. Some good old New Mexico versus Texas boxing here. Ronnie Villa and Brian Davenport. These are junior welterweights, and we are scheduled for 6 rounds in this one. Round 2 underway, good action round. Pretty close. I think Ronnie Villa doing a good job of putting the pressure on Brian Davenport. Davenport, you'll see with a good, a very stand-up, straight-up style. Villa now kind of tapping at the gloves, and there's Davenport jumping in with a right hand to the body. You'll see Villa's defense is nice and compact, good sturdy defense, hands high. Trying to dip his way in there and get inside the longer reach of Brian Davenport. There's a quick left jab from Ronnie Villa as Davenport was setting up to unload. And again, Villa doing a good job crowding Davenport, not letting Davenport do what he wants. And here comes Villa now with a right hand. Brian immediately ties him up. Sending a signal to his opponent. There you see Davenport trying to dig back with that left hand. Villa well trained. You can see that he is ready to get in there and tie Davenport up before he can answer. Now you see Ronnie Villa jumping Davenport doing the same thing, tying him up. Ronnie Villa doing a good job, and there's an uppercut from Villa. Doing a good job of pushing Davenport back into the ropes and working with that uppercut on the inside. He has landed a couple of very crisp, clean uppercuts. Nice work by Ronnie Villa in the white trunks. Ronnie Villa controlling the center of the ring, and Brian Davenport content to work around the outside, but that's giving the impression of aggression and control to Ronnie Villa, as he is the man stepping forward, and it's Davenport who's trying to slip and slide off to the side here. There you see Villa trying to cut the ring off on Davenport, stepping around him. Villa not known as a knockout puncher, but he has deceptive knockout power that was demonstrated in the end. So here we go with round 3. You're watching the 8-count boxing hour. Ronnie Villa, Brian Davenport, junior welterweights, and now Davenport unloading on Villa, but Villa had his hands up, caught those shots on the gloves. The crowd reacting, but I don't think Davenport really got his money's worth on that exchange. And now it's Ronnie Villa, while he's tied up, launching those uppercuts on the inside, shaking the head of Brian Davenport. Now Davenport a little bit back on his heels here as Villa continues to move forward. Ronnie Villa off to a good start in this one, in our opinion. Continuing to move in and peck away with that jab, moving in behind the jab. You see Davenport, actually both of these guys tying things up every time they get close. There's our right hand launched by Villa, and he steps around and fires another. Nice work by Ronnie Villa from New Mexico, looking for his first professional victory here. And there's some nice shots and combination finishing to the body. Ronnie Villa really looking good here. But look at Davenport as he tries to unload. You can see the confidence kind of building on Ronnie Villa. This could be his night. There's again, that uppercut has been a gold mine for Ronnie Villa. Every time Davenport ties him up, Villa has smartly gone to that inside, up that uppercut on the inside. And it has worked well for him. There you see him again landing one. There's some body shots now fired from Ronnie Villa. Davenport frozen back on the ropes, and Villa goes to work on him. Now Davenport tries to counter, but Villa again with a succession of uppercuts. Again, Villa just charging in, pushing Davenport, driving him back into the ropes. There's that uppercut again. Villa really scoring overtime with that uppercut. Davenport surprisingly content to lay back on the ropes, and there he takes a right hand to the head. Ronnie Villa doing some heavy scoring here in this 3rd round. I'm really surprised that Davenport has not worked harder to get off of those ropes, and now he turns things around and has Ronnie Villa back on the ropes, and Villa comes out strongly though, countering, but here comes Davenport now opening up. He erupts with a combination. And you can see Villa now doing some dipping. Oh, and a big left hand right. Round 4 underway. You're watching the 8-count boxing hour. So glad you could join us tonight. This is a heck of a battle. El Paso's undefeated Brian Davenport, 7-0-1. Taking on the challenge of New Mexico's Ronnie Villa. And Villa having a nice 3rd round there and finishing with a bomb right at the bell. just kind of putting an exclamation point on the end of that round. We are in round 4. We're scheduled for 6. These are junior welterweights. Las Cruces, New Mexico's Ronnie Villa, and El Paso, Texas, Brian Davenport here on the 8-count boxing hour. You can see Davenport trying to establish that reach advantage. He has a little bit of a height and a pretty good reach advantage, but Ronnie Villa doing a real nice job of staying close, negating that advantage. And Ronnie Villa has really landed some nice shots, especially those uppercuts on the inside, as you see Davenport trying to unload with a big right hand from outside. Again, Davenport with a 1-2 combination. You can see him just trying to time Villa and catch him, but Ronnie Villa just elusive enough to avoid anything big so far. Professional boxing coming to you from the El Paso Civic Center. Again, Davenport launches that right hand coming up just a little bit short. We are in the 4th round. This one is scheduled for 6. Neither man down, neither man really hurt, although Villa has landed some heavy leather. Brian Davenport showing a good chin, taking those shots and coming back strong himself. You can see Ronnie Villa kind of wanting to just wind up with that right hand. He can taste it. And Davenport just taking those little steps back. He keeps finding his back on the ropes, and that's when Ronnie Villa goes inside and gets to work. The crowd is just loving this one. They are having a ball here. Oh, and there's a big left hand from Villa as he catches the head of Davenport. Davenport just not able to get away from those uppercuts. Ronnie Villa really working nice with the uppercuts on the inside, and if Davenport's going to hold him, Villa says, all right, I'll go to work with that uppercut. And you saw referee Dick Cole get in there and give a warning to Villa at the bell. Round 5 underway. You're watching the 8-count boxing hour, and we are having a good match here. Ronnie Villa in the white trunks from New Mexico. Brian Davenport in the dark trunks from El Paso, Texas, in the red trunks with a black trim. Again, Ronnie Villa, the man moving forward. Brian Davenport just trying to stand back and fire with counter shots. He has not been very aggressive in this one. He's been content to sit back. But time is running out, and he's got to start putting some of these rounds in the bank here if he wants to remain undefeated. Ronnie Villa really putting the pressure on Davenport here. Again, Davenport just falling back into the ropes, and Ronnie Villa continuing to unleash. Again, Villa marching forward. Ronnie Villa, every chance he gets, he fires that uppercut, and he has not missed very many of those. Again, it's Ronnie Villa, the aggressor, the tank, moving in, pushing, driving Brian Davenport back. And now Ronnie Villa with a nice counter shot as Davenport fired that right hand. Villa came right back with a shot of his own and caught him. Immediately Davenport goes to hold, and then Villa switches over to the inside fighting. There's a nice body shot, followed up with a shot to the head. Ronnie Villa with a nice series of punches here. He is really working over Brian Davenport. Kind of a shocked look on the faces of some of these El Paso boxing fans who really expected their unbeaten hero to come in here and dominate Ronnie Villa. No such luck. It's been Villa in control of this one, in my unofficial opinion. again, Ronnie Villa just walking down his opponent. Davenport looking for those counter shots. He's landed some good hard shots, but really not enough to, certainly not enough to take control of this match. Oh, and Ronnie Villa with a nice counter left. Nice work at the bell. Sixth and final round here. This has been a war. New Mexico's Ronnie Villa really doing a nice job here against the unbeaten Brian Davenport. Oh, look at Davenport winding up with that left hand as he kind of switched over to southpaw for a second there. Didn't affect Ronnie Villa though. He just continues to move in. There he fires a hook and follows it with a right hand, and Davenport misses with the counter right. Villa just a split second ahead of Davenport so far tonight in most of these exchanges. I mean, certainly Brian Davenport has had his moments, but Ronnie Villa, the man in control. Again, Brian Davenport taking the steps back and Villa following him with his hands moving. Time running out on this one. Brian Davenport's going to need something big. He has certainly not hurt Villa in any way in this match. He has landed some good shots, but Ronnie Villa, oh, outscoring him, and there's a left hand that just drives. Davenport stumbled all the way back into the ropes, and again, he looks like he's a little buzzed here. Villa just doing some nice work here. Give it to Ronnie Villa. Really, it's been his night.